Hey guys, you may know who the best penalty taker is. Today, we found out the best footballer in high club. Listen.
What are you guys doing here?
Yeah!
See, these type of videos do really well. This one I probably won't watch the whole one. We'll go watch some more Minecraft stuff.
Oh my god!
No
way.
Oh my god!
But I love the editing. Like this. Even if you keep doing this, I'm just gonna clip through this real quick.
I'll give myself up. It's the game.
But the editing is like.
Oh my god!
There's a reason why it's got 2.5K views. And that's your buddy missing. I don't know if that's a good shot. That's just your buddy missing. I guess okay. Oh, and you didn't even post it. This is what I really like about these videos. Okay, so something that's really good with video content and creation is when something happens, the viewer notices it, and then the editor comes in later and goes, "I noticed it too," and it makes the viewer think like, "Oh, I'm really clever." That's good editing. I like that. Because you set this up. This is like awesome, man. This is like you set this up as like, oh yeah, look at this awesome shot, right? And then you frame it like, oh god, he's so sad. Oh, the tragedy. Good shot, like really good. Oh. Comment. I'm gonna comment on the good stuff, okay? If there's a whole bunch of bad things, and my community knows, I'm not sure if Culprit's still hanging out, but he knows this. If something rustles my jimmies, I'm gonna say it. Alright? You got multiple camera angles. You've got good replays. You got good music with it. He'll say it in the Culprit just really wants the Microsoft Paint. Okay. If you want me to be critical, we can be critical. So, but it's really hard because if you take a look, we're gonna pull up Paint. Okay. If you take a shot, normally you want to frame the shot, okay, with subject, okay, and then destination of the subject, right? Specific. I like a lot of these shots. You do have static cameras set up, but you have the static cameras set up in a good area where you do have the subject and then you have the destination of the subject. Technically, what I would do in these situations is frame the camera in just a little tiny bit, because what you do is you get rid of the dead space around the outside, which is just air and whatever. But the hard part is, in technicalities, is they're not running 4K cameras. If they were running 4K cameras, they'd have extra resolution to be able to cut out from the inside, or 8K cameras to crop it in. And then what would happen is you get the reactions of the individual players as things are happening. But because things are so low resolution and it's pulled way out the camera, you don't get the player's reaction, right? Like that's if you want me to be specific about it, I can be specific. I got to change my camera view too. I'm not looking at my camera when I'm talking. What am I doing? See, this is where I'm not framing things and the whole house is falling over. Right? Yeah, but Culper's right. Like that's where I will like pull out the paint. You could do a better job at framing the setup, right? If I wanted to be specific, but you also have 273 views or views subscribers, and you're not making money off of this. Like you're not making ad revenue, so I wouldn't even worry about it. like this. Do you see how much dead space you have on the right-hand side? Right? That's where we cut it in just a little bit. Or you do have the 2 frames anyways, right? Like that's where I'm not going to be critical. I don't think that's the key thing with videos at all either. I don't think any video really matters as long as the internal content is good. There's lots of shitty camera setup videos, but if we're like really critiquing this as like a videography art piece, that's where we're going to be looking at like, okay, what are we capturing? Because you could imagine do you want to see what like Mr. Beast does? I'll show you. Mr. Beast. Let's just do, I think, football. Oh, you're American. This is American football.
We're back
For the man. Sorry, I was watching
wait, what? No, it's Sidemen. What am I doing?
This is the first of 100 wells we're gonna build in this video. Oh, water!
Yeah, so you see, they pull into people's reactions during events. That's really key. That's like that's the key part of like framing the shot. And you guys already do a lot of that. And there's like, but you are
Really
limited
happy
because
to
of
see
your
extremely
camera resolution.
I'm too tired. And so we were on our village is divided
So
in
setup shot, we have everybody here.
half.
But
by
notice
this huge dangerous river. 46 well, but we ran it.
and all these shots you can see is Jimmy, right? I think it's, yeah, you can really see his face in every single shot. That's super key. But again, I'm not like these are great. Again, the music, setup. Yeah, I get it. I'm comparing you to Mr. Beast, all right? Just give me this, like, you're like, oh, he's complimenting me too much, and then, oh no, he's tearing apart my video too much. Oh no. Flip through it. Oh yeah, then a funny interaction. Hey, you're basically Mr. Beast. The fuck. You know what I would do? And this is just if you're doing this type of video, add a punishment or a challenge at the end, right? Not who is the best footballer in High Clan, because I'll be honest, and like you want to think about the average viewer, they don't care about who the best footballer is in High Clan, right? Right? What people want to do is they want to see someone get slime poured over them. So winner of the competition gets to slime somebody, or some kind of risk and reward setup, I think would be really, really excellent, right? Like this is funny, but that's the reason why I wouldn't like. You have a joint IRL channel. Was that plan? What's this at? 100. So you already have more subs than they do, right? Or subs, sorry. Yeah, it was subs. And 80% of videos have a forfeit challenge. Okay. Unfellow fights, yes. The next snap challenge. Oh, you guys are actually really working at it here. This is the rest of your boys. Oh yeah, this guy's got talent.
Oh my god, Sam, you actually go now. What shot, man? Go.
That's all I needed. That's all I needed for him to do that, and it became personal with me.
What happens, and I want to point out too, in terms of the YouTube algorithm, which is really interesting. If you release a video that's really relevant to all of you, your friends and family, then a lot of people will watch the video, or at least relevant to the certain thing. And what will happen is that will boost the video in the algorithm. So one of the reasons, probably, my bet, and just a guess on my end, is the reason why this got so many views in comparison to everything else. It's because there's a lot of people in here that have connections with people that watch the video. Now, when you have somebody that's watching video games like Minecraft, it's really difficult because you don't have your face, like, well, you do have the camera in there, but like your friends and family and everybody around you, you'll send the video out and everyone will be like, but they'll only watch like a small part. And then YouTube will see that and they'll go, okay, we'll throw it to everybody else. A really good example of this is, actually I won't pull it up right now, is my, I'm brain farting, my Scrub Club Media channel, where we also do Overwatch content. And because a lot of the people that watch the content like already played with us, they were there with us, then it gets like a low amount of views as is. But if I add something in there that has a lot more widespread views, or actually, well, not widespread, if I talk about something that's relevant to the people that come to my community events, those videos get way more views because the people that come to my community events watch the video for longer, so it gets shared with a lot more people. But then it hits like a peak. It goes like, well, we're going to share this content with more people because we've seen it, but the more people don't care about our own internal community events. So it'll kind of hit a barrier where it's like it covers everybody and goes from there. So this is why like these videos are really good. I think this is excellent. It's probably slowly hitting a peak in terms of views just because there's not really that many people outside that care about who's the best footballer in High Clan, you know. You may even be able to pull, it doesn't have to be a challenge even, but you may be able to pull something more interesting out of this, especially in the title, that makes me want to watch it a little bit longer, which could be something along the lines of like, I don't know, putting someone who's never played football in net and having them shoot, and like that's not really a challenge, but at least it gives me like a little bit more like, what is this, what's happening in this environment. So yeah. Again, I'm not trying to be too critical. You told me not to, you said I was complimenting you almost too much, right? So the setups, the slow-mos, those faces are important. Because your friend kept laughing he had higher view video than you. You basically stole his title and got more. Well, that's why, right? Think about that, really important. Like, everybody involved with High Clan is going to watch that whole video. And that's going to push more views, right? They're going to watch the whole video because you pissed off a whole bunch of people. And they're like, who really is the best footballer? That's where titles really matter too, okay? I have a lot of titles. I have some videos that have upwards of, 1,000 views that I have a questioning title that's like, what happens when I do this? Who does this? Who does this? If you search High Clan, it's the first. So you take it, exactly. You're putting yourself in this like advantageous spot. So it's a good tag. It's a good strat. I'm not saying don't do it. But what was I gonna say quickly? You see this? You see their heads turning? Close-ups. They were meant to be standing in front of the camera. That would. I do love how much attention you guys have put into all your content. I love that. I'm not a football. I'm Canadian, so soccer. Not much of. I don't watch much, so it's not something that like gets into my space. But in terms of videography, in terms of storytelling, in terms of everything else, this is a pretty good video. But it is very static, right? It is like we're looking at like a frame and the same kick, same kick, same kick.